There were nights when Lee Min-ho felt completely exhausted by life. Long filming schedules, pressure from the public, the loneliness that somehow still existed even while being surrounded by millions of fans. And during those difficult nights in Seoul, there was only one thing that calmed him: the sound of Song Hye Kyo laughing. It happened accidentally months earlier, one evening while they were eating together at a quiet restaurant. Song Hye Kyo suddenly burst into uncontrollable laughter after Lee Min-ho failed terribly at using a fancy pasta fork properly. The sound surprised him, because it wasn't her polite public laugh, the kind of laugh people only show when they completely forget their sadness for a moment. Without thinking, Lee Min-ho secretly recorded a short voice note on his phone. Only 12 seconds long, but somehow, those 12 seconds became precious to him. Whenever stress became overwhelming, he replayed it quietly before sleeping. The sound of her laughter filled the empty silence of his apartment like comfort he couldn't explain. Sometimes, he listened after exhausting filming nights. Sometimes after reading hateful comments online. And sometimes, simply because he missed her too much. Hearing her laugh reminded him that somewhere in this difficult world, there was still something genuine and beautiful waiting for him. One rainy night, Song Hye Kyo unexpectedly visited his apartment after filming wrapped early. Lee Min-ho had fallen asleep on the couch while his phone remained beside him. As she quietly approached to wake him gently, she suddenly heard it. Her own laughter, playing softly from his phone speaker. Again and again, Song Hye Kyo froze completely. Confused, she picked up the phone carefully. Then she saw the file name. Her laugh, my favorite sound. Her heart stopped instantly. At that exact moment, Lee Min-ho slowly woke up and realized what she was holding. Panic crossed his face immediately. "You weren't supposed to see that," he admitted awkwardly. But Song Hye Kyo couldn't even speak, because nobody had ever treasured something so small about her before. Not her beauty, not her fame, just her happiness. Tears slowly formed in her eyes as she sat beside him quietly. "You listen to this often?" she whispered. Lee Min-ho looked embarrassed before answering honestly. "Whenever life feels heavy." The room became silent, emotional, warm. Then Song Hye Kyo gently rested her head against his shoulder and smiled through tears. "You know," she whispered softly, "I think your heart loves me more carefully than anyone ever has." Lee Min-ho smiled faintly and intertwined his fingers with hers. And that night, inside the quiet comfort of his apartment, two lonely hearts realized that love was sometimes hidden inside the smallest things. Subscribe to Kdrama Vibe Plus for more hidden stories, shocking twists, and cinematic love tales you won't find anywhere else.